Okay, I'm just driving down to look at the new Drossel car, or possible more Drossel car site. As I said, I came across it yesterday, and growing on ground I walked over only 6 weeks ago, basically. You know, whenever those clips were put up, it wasn't even visible, noticeably visible on the ground, and I just saw this splash of red and looked down, and there was just, a few hundred, plants at my feet, and I explored it around, and anyway, I'm on picture mode at the moment. I'm in the car, 2 notches down, 2 notches right, 2 notches up for the colour. So I thought I've only got 6 minutes in this clip, so what I want to do today, I'm taking some coinage out with me today to shove down there, and then I'm going to go to Mankawa and use the same coins to measure the size of the rosettes, because as I said, for the past 3 seasons, these are very short seasons, since October 2012, 12, 13, 14 and now 15 this year. I've been looking at these things thinking, are they pygmy or are they that sort of thing. Are they pygmy or are they occidentalis in some sort of variation? And suddenly, of course, it struck me the other day after looking at these things for so many seasons, but for such short seasons, that I better actually take the coins with me, not forget them. Forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. And of course, with pygmy, usually the size is around about the size of a 5-cent piece, and I'll go over here. I think, you never know, might spot something one day. I always think this is going to be a good glid site here. So anyway, here we go. What we got? 4 minutes left on the card for this clip anyway, and we'll take our very quick so I couldn't come back yesterday because it was so close to school time, and it's never a good look, carrying a camera around at that sort of time. Anyway, I went down here, and I went down this path here, and I went down sort of further than I normally do on this side before I cut across. So whether that forced me to go across the ground, I don't know. I think, forced me. Was it cutting in here or over there? And anyway, I cut in, and I noticed the ground seemed to be, I could still feel the humidity coming off the ground, like it's, here we go. Now where's this? There's some plants here, and what I'll do is I'll quickly, and there's a few glids that are still here, but what I want to do is, see, normally a pygmea grows to the size of a 10-cent piece, right? So it's already smaller than a pygmea, and an occidentalis is usually the size of a 5-cent piece. So it's smaller than either a pygmea, and these are, you see, these look like adult plants because they are adults, because they bring up a flower stalk. So once it puts up a flower stalk, you can class it as an adult plant. Now what I'm saying is, this one is usually around the size of your small index fingernail. See that? So it's between that and that roughly. So it's smaller than an occidentalis, definitely smaller than a pygmea. So whether this is actually a new species or not, but it would depend on whether we can actually look at the GEMMAE. And of course, in order to get the GEMMAE, you've got to grow the plant beyond its normal natural cycle, I would think. So, but there was a splash of red here, places like this, because it was damper yesterday. The sun's really come out, and I saw this like splash of red, and there was other areas along here somewhere, if I can find them quickly. Maybe I should shut the camera off, but there's a few of these other glids dying off, and around here somewhere there are other areas of, patches of the plant growing. But I don't know, it seemed to be easier to find yesterday than it was today. Maybe they are drying off so quickly. But we're the middle of October now, basically, just crossed over the Ides of October. And yeah, well, maybe it was further down. Anyway, we'll keep looking. But as you can see, they definitely are here. But I'm trying to find where I walked across. Oh, was it here? Yes, I think it was here. Was it here somewhere? I walked across and got the original splash of red. If I can find it for you. Anyway, maybe we're running out. I've got 1 minute 20, and there's no pause button on this camera. That's the other thing, is no basic pause button on the camera. But you can see all these other remains here, and they do definitely have seeds in the seed capsules. But I've got a ton of stuff at home, so there's no point wasting time. But yeah, gee, I should have brought the camera back yesterday. It just dried off so quickly, or it's so hard to see under this intense sun. Ah, here we go. See, they're so hard now, whereas I came in later in the afternoon. There's a few in there, and they're very hard to see at this time. Oh, here we go, some more here, but they're just very hard to see. In amongst the few there, few there, few over there, and here, and oh, here. I'm always treading on them there, look. But they were much easier to see yesterday, and you can see they're almost drying off now. So, and they're still at this sort of size, you know. So it's already smaller than occidentalis, the normal natural size of occidentalis. And yeah, I think we've actually lost